Hello, Internet! I hope you've all had a great weekend because it is time for Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9002. Now, we are likely not going to get as exciting and simultaneously infuriating fix as we did on Friday. So, without further ado, we will just hop right on into it. But, of course, as always, I would be remiss if I did not make sure to remind you all to not contact the authors featured in this fanfiction podcast, because that, by for Twitch guidelines, is considered harassment. I think that about covers everything. Anything you guys want to add?
Brush your teeth, stay in school.
Brush your school, stay in sleep, do the drugs. Got it.
That is the exact opposite of what he said.
Right, so, to celebrate, stuff or whatever, we're gonna do a Bleach, Bioshock Rosario Vampire Cross, because this didn't need to happen.
Bioshock Rosario Vampire. That's
No, Bioshock
guess-
Rosario Vampire, yeah.
I guess kudos to having the idea, but
you know what? You know
what are we
what?
celebrating?
Credit for not having heard that one before.
Now, so this is called Revival from the Sea. Sakune simply wasn't the only person to arrive on that bus, but he quickly notices that there's something off about the others. Little did he know that the teen's arrival marked the revival of a dream and the return of a forgotten people, and the rise of a dead city. Oh,
Okay, look,
rise, rapture, rise, and
I know
rise
you just
we
said
shall.
Bioshock, but
Now
that's the
either
plot of Final
rise
Fantasy
with
X.
us, or step aside like the rest. Would you kindly? So, number one peeve when dealing with anything related to Bioshock is people saying, would you kindly?
We get it. You played the game, you know the twist.
Yeah, basically. It'd be like if you had watched the movie Old Geller with some people, and you're like, boy, I would sure be sad if the dog dies. And it's just like, yes, we get it. The dog dies at the end. Thank you. You know, it's like... God. It's... But, anyway. Author's note. This chapter is a prototype, and it shows a future project in the works. Guys, do not comment on this fanfiction. It is a early release, okay? He's gonna patch it later.
This is fan fiction as a service.
Yes.
That sounds horrifying. Why have you done this to me?
Well, you see, we wanted to give you a sense of pride and accomplishment for sticking with the story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Sneaky, do you think we can sneak microtransactions into the next chapter?
Dude, what Max doesn't know is that I had slipped microtransactions in back when this whole thing started.
But only now that he's okay
Nobody's
with them, will they go lie.
Nobody's bought into it. Well, that's incorrect. We did have one person who bought the microtransaction that makes me read the story they link. But that's it. Otherwise, no.
Isley has the right idea. Pay extra in order to get character development.
Pay extra for character development. Yes, nailed it. As soon as the stream starts, I hear, "What have you done to me?" Am I being nasally? No, that's just me. No, that's just me, C8.
Sneaky's body's always trying to kill him, so it's just having a fit. This is normal.
Yes, this is normal. Blah, blah, blah. I might continue this story based on the reception as well as my motivation. Things are to change in the planning process, and content from both narratives may shift despite the concerns of fans and information from both sources, so this is probably going to be lots of AU. This idea rattles in my mind, and I feel like this is the only way I could write it. So this is another thing that I just absolutely hate, is when, so like, fanfiction, as I like to describe it, is about exploring the what ifs of pretty much the multiverse of situations. For example, what if Naruto tripped over a book when he was walking to school one day, and that book happened to be the bingo book, and Naruto's like, ooh, ninjas with their faces in books. That sounds important. And history changed. That's actually that used to be a fairly common story what if scenario. But my point being is that's sort of what fanfiction is to me. Not this. Alright, so I was thinking about Naruto, right? Okay, yeah. Okay, but what if Naruto's parents were all alive, right? He didn't have the Kyuubi seal to him. Okay. Also, he was female. Right. And Sasuke's female. And the Uchiha massacre never happened. Okay. But Naruto was still exiled from his village and got beaten up daily by villager mobs. What? Like,
I thought he didn't have the ceiling happen. Sneaky, isn't this a story you and I looked at like 3 years ago?
I might have read the description out loud, like the summary. I might have read it
You say we do that a lot.
Yeah.
back in the day.
Back in the day before we started the show at 2 a.m.
No, actually, this is a 2018 story. So, it's I don't know if Isley says
Oh dear.
this would be entirely dependent on Isley. Max, you're currently staticking. This has not been on the live stream according to Isley. But anyway, so yeah, but back to my point of you can only get so AU before it just stops being the universe you're talking about. Like, what if Goku was fighting Superman, but Superman had no powers, and neither did Goku, and they were both Yakuza versus Mafia, and it was set in the medieval era, and they secretly were in love with each other. It's like, okay, well, what does any of that have to do with Superman versus Goku? Oh, well, their names are Superman and Goku. Okay, well, that's not Superman or Goku anymore. You know, I don't understand authors' obsessions with inserting these just completely unneeded AUs. Like, don't get me wrong. I've seen plenty of excusable AUs, like especially when it comes to Ruby, where the author's just like, look, Ruth Cheat's got a lot of fucking holes in this, so I basically have my own alternative universe how I think Ruby would work out, and we're just gonna work from there, and I'll be like, that's fair. That's fair. But it's just like, oh yeah, everyone's gender swapped, and the bad things didn't happen, and none of one has powers. Also,
But all the good things still happened, even though none of the bad things did.
Yeah, and it's all taking place in a coffee shop, and everyone's gay for each other, and it's just like, Well, then what part of this is Ruby?
The part with the combat skirt?
Yeah, yeah, of course. I forgot that combat skirts are unique to Ruby. Nailed it. Don't forget the race. Yeah, oh yeah, racetrack Aragon. Yeah, it's just like.
Look, the only AU I accept is the one where Fox and Falco went on to become racing champions because that was part of a game. And that was amazing.
But
That was one of the endings for...
moving away from subjective opinions on why AUs are garbage and you shouldn't do them if you're going to write a story, objectively, instead of subjectively, so this is the objective opinion as to why you should not introduce alternative universe changes that are not directly derived or applicable to the what-if scenario you are talking about for your story. Objectively, it makes your story harder to follow. There is a shit ton of fan fiction out there, especially for the major sections like Naruto and Harry Potter and Bleach and One Piece and etc. etc. And if you just start off your story like without any sort of preamble and you're just like, alright, so this is basically not anything that you came here knowing, I'm going to dump a whole shitload of information that you are probably going to forget the second you close this fucking story, because my update speed is the speed of a snail on fire coated in molasses. It makes it way easier to follow your story when you don't have all those changes. Objectively, that is how you keep better track of your story. That is how you build a better community of people following your story, because, oh, wow, it's easier to remember your story in the first place. Now, let's get to comments. Blah, 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 blah. Speaking of, you guys still want that coffee shop AU? I still have that chapter written. I mean,
Oh my god.
what?
What coffee shop AU, Sneaky? Please tell us.
I don't know.
Isley's mentioned this a few times. I don't remember what it's for, though.
So for a second, I thought the author had actually written that.
No.
I was like, no. No.
So this is called Chapter 1, The First Day. Son, I know this isn't easy for you, but...
Oh, right. That's right. Isley offered to make a coffee shop AU for the Discord.
Neat.
Yes, and we were like, yeah, sure.
That'll never get published. Son, I know this isn't easy for you, but in time I hope you'll understand the good that will come from this. I'm not really sure how to break this to you, but... Asterisk, sigh! Asterisk.
Well, see, Sneaky, they need some way to differentiate the sigh because they've already italicized everything.
He sighed?
Sneaky. Sarcasm.
I know. It's just, unironically, objectively speaking, people that use semicolons are the only class of people worse than the people who use asterisks in narrative.
So what happens if they use a semicolon followed by asterisks?
Well, then there's a special place in hell for them. Right along with people that talk on their phones during movies and pedophiles.
No, Sneaky, that category needs to be expanded to include anyone who talks loudly in whatever the public venue is.
And people who listen to music on their computers or phones without headphones on when there's other people around them.
Or whatever the sports, or whatever the sport of the day is. I don't give a shit. No one cares about the fucking Blackhawks game. Go away. You're in a library.
Cease your sports speak. This is library. Just know I completely understand what you're going through, and I will do everything to help you prepare for this. Just for now, ignore the diplomatic importance of this and use it as a blah blah blah, obtain humanity, blah 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 blah, proud of you. Blah blah blah. Do special things. You're great. You're amazing. This is an OC times Karumumumu. So I'm sure we're gonna have an excellent dialogical description as to why Karumumumu is madly in love with this OC. That reminds me, we had another guy at work today who was also listening to My Little Pony songs without headphones on. I need better co-workers. Yes, you do.
Isley, if you think you can get away with it, smash that phone.
Unironically, I disavow everything Max says.
I'm sorry, I just had to deal with a coworker doing something stupid at work today, so I am beyond caring about assholes that do shit like that.
Oh,
right
please
now.
share with the class.
Please share with the class.
I'll share with the class after stream.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, so
Remember, folks, if you pay $12.99, you can get access to our private Discord.
$12.99.12.99.
That is
12
way
installments
too
of
low
$12.99.
I feel.
Max, it's just a Discord, and the only thing they get out of it is the ability to listen to us in our off time.
Which was pretty much anyway. Anyway, so blah 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 canon blah 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 canon blah blah
What did I walk
blah
into?
blah canon blah 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 blah. More descriptive canon. Then Sakune noticed the other teenager in the bus was pale with military clothing on, and blah blah blah. Sakune tried to talk to him, but then every instinct screamed no, and so Sakune didn't talk to him. Blah 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 blah. Looking at the teenager's phone. Blah 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 blah. Are you all right? What do you mean? I can hear your heart beating. I'm just nervous. First time away from home? Yeah, same. You're from America? Yeah. What are you going to school out here for? Exchange program. You speak Japanese very good. Well, I hope you do better here because we're there.
Speak Japanese very good. Don't you know?
Wow.
The power of friendship allows you to speak any language you want.
That fucking riveting dialogue.
I mean, here's the thing. It was reasonable enough dialogue for just talking to some random guy on the bus. The problem is that's not interesting dialogue.
Falling asleep here. Author, your story's fucking boring. Anyway, so blah 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 canon. Canon.
Jason!
Canon. His name is Jason.
Jason!
Well, no, I'm forgetting his name. What's his name? What's his name?
Who?
Mark!
What?
Sean! There we go. Sean!
Oh, it only took him 8 years to get to,
To Heavy Rain.
yeah.
No, my brain works at different speeds. You gotta give me time.
What, the speed of slow, maybe?
So blah blah blah. Oh, wow. Can't even spell his name normally. His name is J, as in the bird, son.
That
No.
That's a bad human being.
Stop.
Everybody disliked this. Spydar Poison Blood, because when they hear the word spider in his name, they are scared.
You really like going back to that one.
But
I mean,
spiders
don't
are
get me
gross.
wrong, it's really dumb.
Spiders are bros.
Oh, God.
Spiders kill flies and mosquitoes. They're bros.
No, dude, you don't understand. No, you don't understand at all, my dude.
I'm sure I don't.
So basically, what happened was, right, is that so the main character there's a Elder Scrolls story, and the main character was named Spy Spy Dar Poison Blood, and he was a Nord, and we're just like, that's not normal naming conventions. And then he changed the name in character creation, and he then put an author's note in saying, I changed the name of the character because I think the character would think changing his name to Spydar Poison Blood would strike fear into bandits, because when they hear the word Spydar, they think of spiders, and everyone's scared of spiders, so they'll run away. I can hear the slow sounds of his psyche cracking.
I mean, we're just not saying anything because we already know the story, and boy, was it bad.
I just have my mic muted sometimes because I'm just screaming.
Like I said, I can hear the sounds of his psyche cracking. Anyway, so, blah blah, it's just me, a bat, ha ha ha. Nobody bothered to question why the bat was talking. And then crash, and cannon. Sukune, where are you? I'm right here. Oh, hey there. Cannon. I am watching somebody get raped. I can't walk away. Cannon. My name is Jason Ryan, son of Andrew Ryan.
Why?
Because he could, apparently.
Excuse me while I'm depressed.
Blah. Jason was an outcast, thousands of miles from home. Blah.
I've noticed that we still have the confused Mechanicus noises up.
Dude, that still describes my fucking brain right now. Blah.
What would you say? Besides, with Max being all staticky, that's pretty much confused Mechanicus noises.
Yeah, he does fit confused Mechanicus noises right now.
Yo, I just need to hold my push to talk on and let the air conditioner talk to me for a bit.
Yes.
Brother, that is heresy of the highest order.
It's not over yet, Snake.
What the shit's going on in our chat?
Ooh, is our chat having a rebellion?
Oh my god, Isley.
Okay, look, none of that is Isley's fault.
He was made to leave it. He repeatedly joked about
No, we're not.
several times.
You're not reading it on stream.
I'm only reading the parts that are safe for work, my dude.
And I'll save for work this stream by muting you. Look, dude.
Also, what the fuck, Isley?
I already banned an admin from one of my Discord servers today. Do not test me.
Why did you have to ban an admin?
Because I was like, someone said some stupid shit about joking about making a role specifically for one person, because on a different server I'm on with that person, they have a role called Moth, and on this server they don't have that role, but one of the persons pinging that person was so used to just typing in the word Moth to ping them that they just did it on this server. And they're like, oh my god, they don't have the moth roll here. And I said, alright, yeah, so if anyone creates any stupid fucking rolls, I'm gonna yeet them.
Uh-huh.
And then I walk away and sit down on my bed, and then like
And someone makes a stupid roll.
5 minutes later, I get a ping on my computer, and I look up just in time to see the avatar picture that pinged me. I'm like, oh, he rarely pings me, so something must be up. So, I get up out of bed, and I walk over to the computer, and it's just, I've made the yeet roll, and I've assigned it to you. At yeet. So I just fucking banned him.
I see.
Do not test me.
Why was his first thought after being told not to make stupid rolls to immediately make a stupid roll?
I don't know. I'm gonna unban him tomorrow because the server is basically his idea. But do not test me.
Was this the fucking fanfiction Discord?
Yeah, it's the fanfiction Discord.
No, I mean, you should probably leave it for, like, another day. Like...
Yeah, but he runs that server.
Oh.
I just happen to be the owner of it.
I see.
It's very capitalist of me that I let other people do my work for me and I reap the benefits of it.
I mean, that's pretty much how it's supposed to work.
That's very you, actually.
I was gonna say, I'm glad someone else said it because I didn't need to.
Anyway, so blah blah canon, blah blah, blah blah. Careful with your tongue or you might lose it. Is that a threat? We'll see. That's what I would do anyway. So basically, canon except snappy clapback that amounted to nothing.
Yes.
Blah 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 canon blah 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 canon blah blah wall of text canon blah 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 blah. All the girls were giggling because the American foreigner was so big, burly, and handsome and smart. Blah 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 blah. Canon. Canon. Shitty joke. Hey, there's something on your chest. What's on my chest? My fist. Oh, ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Cannon. Literally, the whole fucking first chapter was canon, except there's an OC self-insert that claims to be the son of Andrew Ryan, who sometimes makes sarcastic comments.
The closest you get to being Andrew Ryan's kid is sarcastic comments, we need to have a talk.
Yeah.
I'm just disappointed there isn't a full-blown revolt by the end of the first chapter.
This isn't Code Geass.
He hasn't sunk the city yet?
Ah, yes, of course. Alright, so Naruto Bleach, let's do it.
Oh boy.
I know how excited you all are for that.
Yes, very. When's the last time we did Naruto Bleach?
It's been
Quite a while ago, actually.
A while ago.
It's been a while. So this is a nihilistic blade in a hidden world. Sorry, can I get some water for that? Betrayed by those he held dear, Naruto gives up all hope and becomes somebody else, someone more, a loyal servant of Aizen Sosuke. Upon his death, again he returned to the world of the living as Ukiura Schaefer, Ukiura times Hinata.
Hello, police.
I would like to report a murder that's about to happen.
What, our opinion of this podcast?
Yes! Let's go with that. Uzumaki Naruto for crimes against Konoha Kurakasato and the attempted murder of Uchiha clan head Uchiha Sasuke. You are hereby sentenced to death. Because we're gonna go with this fucking tired cliche of goddamn awfulness.
Been a while.
It's actually been quite a long time since we've seen a Naruto successfully retrieve Sasuke, but the village kills him anyway trope. Like, it's been a solid year.
Actually, that explains a lot. This is published back in 2010.
Ah, yeah, that would do it. Yeah,
that explains why we're seeing this.
Yep.
And it was updated March 6th. Oh.
Oh, that's weird. Found something related to Bioshock while we just finished reading a story about Bioshock.
Hey, Max, on the bright side, we got a better update rate than they do.
Hey,
That's sad.
That's always sad.
Do we? Probably not, no.
I think our update rate is roughly the same as theirs, actually.
Probably, yeah.
Actually, hang on.
Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Emo, blah blah blah. Traitor monster. Blah 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 blah. Everyone betrayed him. Blah 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 blah. Naruto has the last laugh. Blah blah. Tsunade nodded at Yanbu and said, Naruto, your chakra is going to be sealed away and you're going into maximum security until you die of starvation. I pray you find penitence. Betrayer, they called me! I am disappointed, Naruto. I thought you better than this. Naruto narrowed his eyes and looked through the bars of his cell and stared at Kakashi. Are you here to gloat? No, I'm not gonna gloat about anything. Don't you understand? You almost hurt Sasuke? Blah blah blah. Sasuke knew you were in no danger. He was defending yourself. What?
I'm sorry. The idea of Kakashi turning on any of his students is laughable.
What is it? Never mind the fact that Sasuke stabbed him with the Chidori, a jutsu you taught him. Kakashi shrugged. Sasuke knew you weren't going to die from being stabbed through the heart with a lightning blade. He was merely defending himself from your Rasengan.
No, he was trying very hard to kill him.
Is this a Naruto times Sakura fic? No, this is a Ukiura times Hinata fic. You know, from Bleach. Because reasons.
Why'd you have to remind me of that?
Anyway, so blah blah blah. Council has allowed Sasuke to execute you. It's only fair. They call me a traitor to the Emperor! Naruto rubbed his eyes. Isn't this fitting? Blah blah blah. Edgy. Wait, hold on. Let me get the edgy banner. Oh, we haven't used this one in a while.
I just realized, Sneaky, this is back in 2010, so by this point in the manga, at least, we knew that all the shit behind the scenes with Danzo.
Yeah.
So, it's your favorite thing. Donzo would not let this happen. Ever.
Donzo is
Not
behind
without at
this,
least...
List
Not without
of
at
things
least...
Donzo would not allow to happen.
basically.
Like, if he let this happen, it would only be after offering Naruto a chance to get the fuck out.
Yeah,
After
something
everyone
like
betrayed. Like,
that. Everyone
was this?
betrayed you. Work for me.
what was this fandom's obsession with betrayal fics, anyways?
No, okay,
I don't
the
know,
same
man.
question could easily be asked of the Pokemon fandom.
Look,
What is people's obsession with betrayal fics? Just in general.
hold on.
Because they feel betrayed by their high school, and they want to like.
So with Pokemon, I get it because I'm pretty sure we've all fantasized about just killing Ash at least once.
Okay.
No, am I alone here in this?
I mean, I've thought unkind things about him, but never murder.
Why are fandoms in general obsessed with betrayal fics? Fandoms in general, that's actually really easy to answer. Fandoms in general are obsessed with betrayal fics mostly because they feel themselves like they have been betrayed at some point, and they like to have that unjustified vindication as they watch, virtual and
Stand-ins.
digital and whatever you want to say it, people be betrayed, and then they pull some shit out of their ass and totally 360 no scope those people that betrayed them, and the readers and the writers get to imagine themselves in the place of that person doing those things, and they can just be like, yeah, take that, person that said they would be my friend and then we never talked again, but I still blame them. Yeah. Take that, Kyle Tyler. They'll teach you to rip up my Pokemon card.
Look, no one should ever rip up cards. The only time I've ever ripped up a card was when I found my friend. Was I found out my friend played blue-black discard, and I ripped his deck in half.
I mean, that's fair.
But I mean, that's justified.
Yeah, that's definitely justified. I mean, I've never done betrayal fics. Of all the shitty, tropey, garbage fics that I've had ideas for, I've never done betrayal fics. All the fics that I have wrote, as edgy as they were, and they were admittedly quite edgy, all of the fics that I wanted to write are not betrayal fics. They are bad shit happens to main character because he's an incompetent fuckwit who can't help but open his mouth and make everything worse for himself all the time.
I mean, that's just your life, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm really good at writing it. So, miss me with that betrayal trash. I mean, I have been betrayed plenty of times, but that was by, middle school kids. When I was a middle school kid.
I mean, there is
That's
some
not really
argument to be made about what your family's done to you.
Well, yeah, but it's not like we are casting you out of the home. We are striking you from the registers of our family name. Like,
no, I admit none of that happened. I was just saying, like,
yeah.
It pretty much if anyone I know would be able to get away with writing that kind of stuff when they were an edgy teenager, it would have been you. But now that you are no longer an edgy teenager,
I don't write it. Now I just write terrible things happening to good-ish, question mark, parentheses, author's note, possibility, maybe, look into this further, end author's note, end parentheses. People,
we'll investigate further.
What the fuck did I come back to? I don't know. What did you go back to?
Came back to something.
As long as you don't come back to Weinstein, I think you should be fine.
Sneaky.
Sneaky. Please.
What if we said? What if we said?
What? It's a white joke. I can make those. Internal screeching intensified. Alright, so blah 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 blah. My eyes promise. Blah blah blah. Edgy garbage. Blah blah blah. I'm stronger than you, Naruto. Naruto shook his head. Idiot, you'll never be stronger than me. And then Sasuke was like, fuck off, Gobi, I'm gonna stab you in the heart. Hold on. Need more water first. In truth, it was I who was betrayed. Blah blah blah, I'm on death row, blah blah blah, Naruto forgive me, I should have fought for you. It's not so bad, Hinata, I'm only gonna die. Blah blah blah, how could you say that, Naruto? Well, they could have punished me by torturing me until I died. That's not very good, Naruto. Blah blah blah, Tsunade was threatened into making you die.
By who?
What?
I love you, Naruto, blah blah blah. I was abandoned by all but one. The Emperor!
Let the Emperor of Mankind purge this thread.
Call the Inquisitors, because we need some exterminatus in this shit.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Blah blah blah, S-Clash Traitor, blah blah blah, Execution, blah blah blah, Last Word, blah blah blah, Naruto's dying, blah blah blah. And then Naruto is coughing up blood, and he's like, Sasuke, come closer. And Sasuke leans in. What do you want, Naruto? Sasuke! Eat shit and die, faggot. And then Naruto, with those words, prevented Sasuke from ever gaining the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan.
Really? And how did he do that?
Because he prevented Sasuke from winning.
I see.
You see, when you MLG 420 no scope 360 suicide bomb on someone, that means you win. Naruto awoke and sat up, saying, "It's not like me to be nostalgic. That is so convenient that I just dreamed up my entire past right there for anyone that was unaware of what's currently going on, which is me being a hollow in the Bleach world."
Even though I shouldn't have any memories of that kind of thing.
Blah 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 blah. He looks like Ukiura because he's Ukiura. Blah 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 blah. Aren't you away from home? I have a proposition for you. My name is Aizen. Okay, hi Aizen. I want you to follow me. Alright, I might follow you. Blah 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 blah, I want to become a god. Okay, I'll follow you. Several years later!
Why?
Anyone got a band-aid fucking bleeding all over the place here? Cut my whole arm on all this edge.
Sneaky, do we have the Edge banner up?
Yes, we do. Cut my life into pieces! This is my last resort!
That hurt.
Thank you. Blah blah blah, Naruto was super loyal, blah blah blah, he was a Vasto Lord and a Ron Carnell. Blah 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 blah, strong, blah blah blah, cannon, blah blah blah, cannon, blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah, cannon, blah blah, cannon, blah 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 blah, blah blah blah, cannon. Okay. That was chapter 1. So it starts off with edgy and ends with blah blah cannon. Sounds about right for your standard Naruto Bleach trick.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That
no bleeding.
just everything. Just oh my god.
Can you please stop?
Yeah, I can. Alright, so let's drop this edgy banner and move on to the next fic, because that's it. That was the first chapter. A bunch of cannon and some edgy trash. Now, typically, most people would then click next chapter button, not because this story was of any form of good quality, but rather because there is, I don't know where I was going with that. It's garbage. So let's just move on then.
I was gonna say, they'd have had their will to make intelligent decisions sapped.
Yes. Alright, so this is gonna be, Fate Stay Night High School D times D. The Neko Archer. The last 2 Neko show on planet were under the thumb of a mad devil, thanks to his efforts.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Thanks to his efforts, there was now a third Neko show with the Affinity Swords. Thanks to this madman, the world of D times D will now have to deal with the myths and legends given flesh once and more. Question. Are there male Neko show? Was that a female only race or not? Did we ever know that?
I don't know enough about the show. I don't know enough about the show to comment one way or another.
Okay. Good talk. Alright, so this is probably gonna be hyper garbage, so let's get this over with. The great demon family of Nibiru's. Ugh. Woo!
It's a good stream today, boys.
No,
day!
he's drinking again.
What
That's
a
the opposite of a
lovely
good
day!
stream.
No, it's the exact thing we want for a good stream.
Until he dies from liver poisoning, and then one of us has to read these stories out loud.
Die of liver poisoning. You think that's what's gonna kill me?
I mean, I'm pretty sure his liver is pretty strong right
The
now.
rate at which you drink? Yes, I do.
Oh, please, my lungs have miles of head start on my liver. Was an influential house in the underworld when it came to innovation, and many of them were the greatest scientists devilkind ever had. The underworld would be a poor place if not for them around, and that was all in the past. The numbers dwindled greatly, and blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah, Nazar Nibiru. Blah blah blah, not popular. Blah 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 blah. Fanatical. Blah 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 blah. Prodigy of magic. Blah 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 blah. Super strong. Blah blah blah. Canon stuff. Walls of text, explaining as to why the OC is about to get a super power up. Blah 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 blah. He was gonna go recruit Neko shows. Blah blah blah. His dick was hard. Blah 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 blah. He recruited them. Blah 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 blah. They were the most powerful yoki ever. Blah 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 blah. They now belong to him. Blah 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 blah. See, what I don't get here is that the author is treating Koneko and Kuro, whatever the hell her name is, as the last Neko show, except the reason why they are the last Neko show is actually because of the events that occurred that turned them into devils in the first place. So, it wouldn't make much sense if this guy here is recruiting them because they're the last Neko show into devildom. If the events that caused them to be the last Neko show have not happened yet because they aren't devils yet. You following me? Am I making
I think I'm
sense?
tracking.
I just spent 50 minutes trying to create an Amazon account so I could use a free Prime trial to give you Twitch Prime. I appreciate your dedication, CA.
As it turns out, the throwaway card I used for the free membership stuff has been invalidated. You tried.
You tried, and that's what really matters.
Attempts were made. That's what counts.
Blah 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 Karoka, blah 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 pretty, blah 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 words, blah blah words, lowly yokai devil hybrid, blah 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 blah. Someone was trying to get away. Blah blah, he crunches her back into the ground. Blah blah blah. I was wondering about the effects of Senjutsu when you use it against other Yoki. Blah blah blah, Kuroka's eyes widened. She hadn't been forced to kill these Yoki. Blah 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 blah. I said kill the Yoki with your Toki. Blah blah. Kill him, Kuroka. Where is it? Here it is.
Are we done with this?
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it, Skywalker. Do it.
Do it.
That's literally what's fucking happening right now.
You blew it.
And then, so she's like, oh, I don't want to kill this person. And then, blah, 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 blah. He had to keep a close eye on her because she's not a motionless assassin. How do you feel about that? She
I don't really
jammed
feel
her
much
hand
these
through
days.
Yoki's skull. Blah blah blah. Then she followed him, and then there was an orb in front of the guy now, and he's like, "Oh my god, this orb is the strongest orb to have ever orbed." But he knew it wasn't just a normal magical orb. He needed to poke it a lot.
Speaking of Borbs, how come we ever see a Kirby fanfiction?
Oh,
Couldn't tell you.
I'm not sure I would want to see Kirby fanfiction. I feel like Kirby fanfiction searches would just ruin my existence. But anyway, let's continue then. Blah 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 blah. Words. Mad Doctor, creatures in stasis because reasons. Lightning crackling from machine to machine. Big ass machine right next to her. Blah 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 blah. Blah, casket with a dead devil inside. Blah blah blah. How dare these devils think about things like mortality and weakness. And blah blah. He was gonna create a body from scratch and transfer himself into it and become immortal. Blah 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 blood blah blah blah. Oh, I'm sure that won't become part of the plot later. Also,
I mean, okay, hold on a minute. Siki, someone in chat said there isn't any Kirby fanfiction because Kirby fans have sense.
also
No,
true.
that clearly can't be true.
Also
No.
true. Yeah.
Like,
Kirby fans do not all have all the sense in the world.
Speaking as an
that other
source,
sense goes to F-Zero fans because they don't exist.
As an unbiased source, I can confirm that the game known as Kirby Anything that has more than one person playing it is a good game. No matter what anyone says. And
The worst part about the joke I just made about F-Zero fans is I'm one myself. God fucking damn it, Nintendo.
and every single Kirby fan has enough sense to not write about Kirby. Just like the reason why you don't see too many Dresden or Wheel of Time fanfictions is because anyone who reads either of those two stories goes, you know what? I'm not retarded enough to try this.
there really isn't anything for me to add.
I'm not gonna
Unless
step to Wheel of Time. I'm not gonna try and fix Wheel of Time.
Yeah, that's a rough time.
I mean, honestly, you would just have better luck just buying a revolver at that point and playing Russian roulette every day. Just buy some lotto tickets, fam.
I was gonna say, here's the thing, right? No one thinks about the Wheel of Time fans until someone steps to Wheel of Time, and then we're like, get out.
He's like, no, never again.
Let me cite the 97 reasons and their dimensional components as to why you're wrong. Every Wheel of Time fan simultaneously.
Yeah, pretty much.
Page C8 says it would certainly be a rough Wheel of Time.
Get out of here, Carlos, you piece of shit.
Did you just make a fucking Magic School Bus joke?
Yes.
You know, I gotta say though, at least Wheel of Time didn't end with a skeleton asking if the person wanted to have a bad time.
That's true.
Solution to Ruby Kirby crossover. Kirby acquires gun.
Kirby gets a fucking gun and shoots Salem in the face.
Kirby eats a howitzer.
See, that would at least be entertaining.
Kirby the Sniper.
Poyo! 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 Triple kill. Poyo!
Kill
Quad kill.
Catastrophe.
Poyo! Killionaire.
Where the fuck is Reach?
Oh god, I miss Reach.
Well, we're getting it hopefully soon.
We're never getting it, Ricky. Never coming.
Excuse me while I cry.
Intense crying in sleep. Blah 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 blah. Words, stuff. Blah blah. Words and stuff. Blah blah. The older sister is being manipulated with threats to the little sister to do a thing. Blah blah. Blah blah. She created a shadow clone of herself. No, blah blah blah, generic manipulation of the main cast, and everyone can go, oh man, he's manipulating them, but everyone but the main cast has no idea, so it's a big shock and surprise when it gets revealed. Syringes get pulled out, and blah 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 blah.
I'm sorry, what's this about syringes?
There's gonna be a syringe up your ass coming to a little sister near you. That was a clippable moment. Probably a bad decision on my part to say that.
Yeah.
That was a string of words that left your mouth.
Thank you, Max, for putting that in the best way.
I may have been drinking.
Really?
I can
Cool, blimey, Gov, I couldn't tell!
I don't even know what I'm saying half the time anymore. I'll just look at 3 words on the fucking screen and be like, something's happening, better start inventing shit. They can't tell the difference.
We know, Sneaky.
When I read the word Salem, I thought it was the cat from Sabrina. That would have been a better villain in Ruby. I can't disagree.
Yeah, no, pretty much I got nothing.
I got nothing as well.
Say, if it was a magical girl Ruby crossover, would it be better to call it a Hi Ruby?
Well then.
That was my response.
Fucking tough crowd.
I think you had a little too much, buddy.
I also have been awake since
I've been awake since 5 o'clock.
Amazing.
I don't want to hear it.
Sneaky, have you had... I was about to say, have you had any sleep in the last 48 hours?
Yesterday?
See, that doesn't count because you're just stupid and forget to sleep.
He also gets to eat and drink sometimes. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, I do that occasionally. Specifically in this occasion, I haven't been eating it because I'm out of bread, and that kind of prevents me from both making sandwiches and hamburgers.
So go to the store.
But going to the store would require me getting my license plates updated, which would require me going down to the DMV. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I guess I'll
I mean,
just
when you're
start.
not eating, I think you have time for that.
Max makes his displeasure known through utter static rage.
Max is punishing us.
That's gonna be Max's new that's gonna be the new meme we're gonna use for Max from now on. Static rage intensified.
You know what? I'm just gonna keep this mic around and just set it up with its own account from now on. Just do that.
Just bass
I'll
boost
have my
the
laptop.
shit out of it.
I'll have my laptop running in the background, and I'll just hit the push to talk button on that laptop. Just hold it down.
Unbridled static rage intensifies. Yes, thank you. I appreciate your contribution. Words. I'm going to experiment on the lolly because FBI open up.
Please never do that.
What kind of interesting soundboards can I make for the people in this group if I just go through everything?
100%. Bang, bang, bang. FBI open up is definitely going to be a well-used one for this group.
Probably.
What's some other good ones that would be good to soundboard? Muting me would probably be a good soundboard button. Just,
Oh God.
Emergency sneaky.
Yeah. No.
Break glass in case sneaky.
Break glass in case of FBI.
Oh God. Alright, so let's continue then. Blah blah blah. He is ecstatic over the fact that experimenting on teenage girls is a success. Blah blah blah. Blah blah. And then using his other experiments and stuff, he was like, "Wahaha! I have turned someone else into a Neko show and devil. He had created life. This is perfect. Everything is perfect, and I'm amazing at this," he says over the probably not a corpse for long. And that's it.
Sounds about right.
That's the end of the chapter. As far
Oh my
as
God, we're only an
hooks
hour
go,
into this hellhole.
yeah. As
Yeah.
far as hooks go, there weren't many in that story. Nothing really caught my attention in that story. Did it catch anyone else's attention? Good talk. I like it when you have this talk. It's a very
What can I
personal
say?
thing.
I don't like you very much.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
Trying to think of how to say this politely. I think you're a bad human being. Is that
Yeah.
good? Is that good enough for you? Is that the answer you were
Yeah.
looking for?
That's the answer.
Wow. Rude.
Remember, Sneaky, if you ever find yourself in a sticky situation and you can't tell us about die of imminent age, just tell us, you know what, maybe Ruby
No.
wasn't so bad after all. I even started
Listen.
enjoying the shit.
Pedro's very confused as to what Pedro typed.
What the fuck did you write?
Okay. He mistyped do as
Look,
die.
I'm drunk and
That-
I even can't come up with something that makes sense out of that. Do? Where? Where does the word do make anything in that paragraph of text better?
If you ever find yourself in a sticky situation you can't tell us about due to risk of imminent death. God, you really are out of it right now.
Yes. A little bit.
What a terrible night for a stream.
No, maybe. Do instead of die. No, my dude, it is always do and then die. That is the true path. Alright, so we've covered basically a lot of shit. I don't think there's actually anything we can cover now without double dipping into something.
Have we reached the zenith?
Oh, here we go. Copy. Faster.
Just get to the next pile of garbage already, would you?
I did.
Please.
Ruby Goblin Slayer. Fairy tales.
I don't like this already.
Fairy tales were real and yet different from what many people thought of them as. One of the tales which were different from the cold reality was the harshness of space. That is not one of the details, my dude. Yeah. The cold reality was the existence of goblins. Russell discovered them when he was a kid and he wished nothing had ever happened. Ah, wow, this is one of those hyper rare not main cast fics that no one ever watches because,
Really? No one ever watches, eh?
well,
No one ever watches it?
fuck you. You all know
No.
what I meant to say.
No, Isley,
No one
none of us
ever
have figured
writes
that out.
and or reads non-main cast fics typically. Mostly because, well, in this case, Russell. I can think of like 2 stories that have him show up for more than a single, choose your flavor kiss.
I'm sorry, choose your what?
Flavor. Deep French kiss, slutty kiss, we don't know how to kiss, teenagers trying to make out kiss. There's a lot of flavors of kiss. But there's only one flavor of Dr. Pepper. That is 23 flavors in one. Not an ad. Could be an ad.
Sometimes I don't know what to do with you.
Thank you. Has anyone figured out why Sneaky is slowly turning into Mike Guy? Wait, why am I turning into Mike Guy?
Like I said, Isley, no, we haven't.
How is he?
I'm not sure what Isley meant by that.
Ow!
But
Ow!
Max is being abducted by aliens right now and can no longer come to the phone. Please leave a message at the Jesus Christ, why?
My apologies.
Oh. Rated M because goblins. Rated T. Sending mixed messages there. author. Russell never feared. He caused the other kids to fear him. Russell did X things and did stuff. Russell then got to halfway and forced the millionaires to share all the money. Because they're all communists in prison.
No, they aren't.
No.
At least, not yet they aren't.
He's been abducted by the Brazilian Microphone Association. Okay, sure. BMZ?
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Look, man, it's Brazil. It's possible. Everyone feared him. Blah blah blah. Words. Goblins showed up, and everyone's like, "Wow, goblins are scarier than, not goblins." And then everyone kicked the shit out of Russell, and Russell was no longer top shit again because, under his watch, a bunch of people got stabbed in the throat. Which is, to be fair.
What are you gonna do? Stab me? Man, stabbed.
What are you gonna do? Stab me? New Jersey stabbing victim's last words.
I've actually seen a story where someone did actually say, like, they got stabbed after saying, what are you gonna do? Stab me? It was, like, on a college campus or something, and they're just like,
Dude,
give me your money. What are you gonna do? Stab me? Stabbed.
It happened at our college campus.
Wait, when?
Fucking senior year, man. Over the summer between junior and senior year, so 2015 and 2016. There was a dispute in one of the dorms, and one of the kids takes out a knife, and the other guy goes, "Oh, what the fuck are you gonna do with that knife? Stab me." So he fucking did.
yeah. We went to an interesting college.
Oh. They handed out
New
the
Jersey
pronoun stickers.
Anyway, let's keep going.
Yeah. Anyway, so everyone was spooky gookied of the goblins. And then, blah blah blah. This seems to be the work of raiders. Grim don't do this. It was the goblins that did this. Goblins that don't exist. Blah 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 blah. No one believed him about the goblins. They just thought he was killing Grim while bandits attacked the town. Blah 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 blah. Because no one believed him, Russell decided he was gonna genocide all the goblins in the world. And so he became the Goblin Slayer.
Russell? Really? Out of all the people you could have picked.
Russell. Yeah, honestly, probably one of the most left out and uncapitalized upon jokes is Crow mentoring Russell. So you can make the Russell Crowe joke. Like Jesus Christ.
I knew where
fandom.
you were going, and I still hated you for it.
You had an opportunity, and you refused to take it.
Why? Just.
To be fair, they could still... You know what, Sneaky? That's the kind of writing gold Miles and Carrie need. You should tweet it at them.
Do it.
Wait. Tweet what at who? Because I'm pretty sure I'm blocked by a crap load of people.
Why does that not surprise me?
Because it's me?
I meant tweet at Miles and Carrie.
Oh. Pretty sure they blocked. Maybe Miles. Anyway, so blah blah blah. He learned more about goblins. And he got radio killed goblins, and he killed goblins. and blah blah blah, and then he got his semblance, and his semblance was do whatever you want. And all you have to do that is listen to the song I'm doing whatever I like. And then presto, you didn't have a dragon before. And then the main
How
character
fascinating. That
goes,
totally
yeah,
happened.
what I do now. You know, these guys are complaining about the reinforcements not showing up in time for the raffle stomp of goblins and death and blah blah blah, killing Grim, killing goblins. I'm gonna be the Goblin Slayer. I'm gonna go to Beacon and become a better Goblin Slayer and genocide all the goblins. Also, hey Jean, do you want to kill goblins with me? Insert Goblin Slayer a bridge series dub.
Please God, no.
Yeah. So, what have you done to them, Sneaky? What did I do? Who am I doing to what? Am I making spicy tweets? Not yet. I did. Not them. Just. Episode 2 came out. I know episode 2 came out. Great.
Oh, episode 2 of Goblin Slayer Bridge Camp? I gotta go watch that.
It was good shit, son. Isley was asking what you did to make Miles and or Carrie ban you. Well, see, I can't speak for Carrie, but I know Miles runs the, well, not runs it, but uses it. The Twitter, one of the many Twitter, block lists out there. So basically, these people manage these things called block lists, in where it, like, takes your target person. So say your target person for this block list is anyone that associates with, say, a pro Gamergate hashtag or something, right? And then anyone who tweets at, that person is blocked. As long as they aren't also, like, following you or something like that. Basically, I don't know exactly how these things are programmed, but basically, without even ever making tweets, you can end up being put onto these block lists of people you just can't talk to if they use them, because you followed someone that was on the block list and shit.
And even if you unfollow that person, you're still on the block
You're
list.
still blocked forever.
Twitter
So, like,
was
you
a
could
mistake.
follow, so, like, I followed Alex Jones because he tweets crazy things because he's a fucking crazy person,
Alex
and I
Jones
think
is
it's
so
funny.
great. He's hilarious.
Like that, but because you followed Alex Jones, obviously you support him, so you deserve to be on a block list.
If you retweet it, it means you support it. Said only one side ever whenever they wanted to make a point about the other side.
Double standards, yes.
Anyway, so we're done with that. We're just flying through shit today, aren't we? Mostly because I don't have any stories to tell today.
Oh, that's also because you're tired.
I'm also tired, yeah, but like I don't really have any. I don't have a lot of stories to tell today, because I'm not getting into a lot of arguments like this past week. Like last Friday, pretty much just like was the capstone of all the arguments I've had recently, and the rest of it's just circle jerk. Everyone agrees with me about wank shit that no one wants to hear about.
That and we haven't had a good fire starter, like Fire Dragon, Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer in a bit.
Alright, this is gonna be the final story for the day. Paste. Alex Jones is the gay frog guy. Yeah, boy. Yeah.
That would be the one.
But the frickin' frog's gay! Do you understand me? Frog's gay! Can you hear me? Frog's gay!
The frogs are dead. They're putting fucking.
They're putting
Fluoride
chemicals
in the water, it's
and
turning
make
the frickin'
frog
That's it,
gay.
right?
It's something like that, yeah.
Like, that's a level of idiocy that you can't. Like, it's a rare level of idiocy. You need to enjoy that at all times.
He's not actually wrong, though.
I mean,
there is a species of frog that is reacting to chemical wastewater that is being, run off into their environments that is actually turning them homosexual.
It's
we
actually
have
turning them
actual
homosexual.
studies that actually prove it. Like, it's just one single species, though. But he's
Sneaky,
not wrong.
Even if he's not wrong, which I still don't buy that, because as he himself has admitted, he's kind of retarded, so it's quite possible he was interpreting it wrong or reading it wrong.
No, he'll link like the studies and shit. No,
Sneaky.
Even
if he was right,
exaggeration artist.
Still an incredibly hilarious dumb thing.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not. Like, he straight up admits that he's an entertainer, and his whole purpose is to draw people into InfoWars, and the rest of the crew actually tell legitimate news stories. And while his stuff is usually kernel of truth sort of thing, most of it's just him taking that kernel of
Sneaky,
truth.
he didn't make that anywhere near abundantly clear enough at the beginning.
Well, yeah,
this is true.
That draws away from the amusement of it. Like, if you
but see, it's important to have that established, because if he doesn't, then when he does things like, say, Sandy Hook is fake, and he hasn't clearly established that he's, like, making stuff up, then you have a problem.
Just a minor problem, don't worry, it's not that big of one.
And it's really easy to go back and say, oh shit, that thing I said was super offensive. I'm an entertainer guy. Like, it's a pretty hard backpedal.
The water merchant, my dude. What else did you expect? Your opinion on him is clearly derived from the lack of effectiveness of super male vitality on your sex life.
I see.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
I need you to go over what you just said again. In your own head, real quick.
Yeah.
Can you do that for me?
Sounds flawless to me.
You sure about that one?
Yes.
Okay.
I accuse Atin of taking useless steroidal drugs that are affecting his non-existent sexual interactions with either the same or opposite sex.
Okay.
Do you want me to explain the joke further?
No, I just don't think people in glass houses should be throwing stones.
I don't take super male vitality.
Yeah, but you also don't get any sex either.
Yeah, and?
Fair point.
Gotcha! Oh, you have sex! Yeah?
Okay, but, like, no one on this stream, except possibly for Ricky, actually cares about that.
Where did I ever say I cared?
Well, you clearly care, because you're the one who continued this conversation beyond the joke.
Well, I was just pointing out your, like, what you were saying was a little incongruous, because I don't know what I'm saying.
I have to admit something right now.
What?
I'm a little bit retarded.
Yes.
Sneaky, you're forgetting incredibly drunk.
We know.
I'm not incredibly drunk. It's a combination of being mildly tipsy I've been awake for more than 30 hours at this point.
I think
I'm
it's
sorry.
time for you to go to
So
sleep.
you're normal drunk and you're punch drunk.
I think it's time for Sneaky to go to sleep, ladies and gentlemen.
My
All in the chat who believe so say aye.
Come on, chat.
Oh.
Send him to bed.
C8, I actually also found a way to prevent HIV from spreading between people. It's called not having lots of anal sex.
Well,
It's
No,
actually
Sneaky.
it's actually
No,
it's actually
that- I mean,
100%
that's not-
guaranteed method of not spreading AIDS.
Sneaky, you
Sneaky,
realize
that's not
that
something
it's
you've
any
discovered.
kind
That's
of
called-
intercourse, right?
That's-
It's
that-
transmitted through bodily fluids.
Okay, yeah,
That's
but
just
what
called
you don't
abstinence,
understand,
Sneaky.
Atin, is that when you are the study that I am going to be referencing, I don't know how many people they surveyed, but it was a fair amount, over 1,000, I believe. And they found out that you have roughly like a 1.2% chance when it's vaginal and the male is positive. And it's like a 0.8% chance if it's vaginal and the female is the one that's positive. But it's a 92% chance when it's up the ass.
Well,
It's almost like the penis was not meant to be inserted into some holes.
Well, yes, we understand
Sneaky,
that.
it's for the same reason that like putting an alcohol-soaked rag in your butt will get you drunk faster than just drinking.
Okay, I'm curious to learn where the fuck you found that out.
Do you not?
Look, Atin was desperate for a small period.
I know it's not. I'm
No.
just really fucking confused. Why that's a fact?
Okay,
That's not.
because some scientists found out that you can get stuff into your bloodstream faster by putting things up anally. That's why suppositories exist, Ricky.
Yes, that's true.
I understand why suppositories exist. I just don't know why you know that particular fact.
Ricky, bear with me here. So, suppositories are an effective means to get things into the body.
Yes.
So then, a bunch of college kids who were medical students went and said, what if we did that with intoxicants? And guess what? It worked. And so then they published a study about it, and everybody had a laugh.
Okay, I understand now, but those college kids are idiots.
Yeah.
But they're not. They were correct.
Yes, but who in their right mind would stick a fucking alcohol-soaked rag into their asshole?
Someone who really wants to be drunk. I don't know. The point is that it has nothing to do with where a dick is and isn't meant to go, and everything to do with it's an incredibly easy way to transmit things into the human body.
I'm gonna counter Ricky's point here real quick. Who puts a pair of leather sheets attached to their arms and jumps off a cliff thinking they can fly? Humans. Humans do that. And you know what? We eventually made it work. So
it didn't even take all that many tries to get it to work either.
So I actually used this argument on someone earlier today as well. And it's just, humans are dumb, okay? If you're like, why would somebody ever do X? Because people are stupid and someone's gonna ask the question, what happens if I do X?
Yeah.
Sometimes it turns out really well. Sometimes you yeet a plane.
Sometimes you yeet a plane. What?
What?
I'm sorry, what's the problem, Ricky?
No. Did you say when you yeet a plane?
Yes, you can. Do you not remember the story of that one guy who was an airport bag loader, and he just stole a plane, and because he did a shit ton of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and he just took off, and then just did a shit ton of aerial maneuvers that pilots didn't think you could actually do, and then just was like, all right, I'm done, and just crashed it and died.
I honestly forgot about that, and I'm not sure I really needed to know that.
Sometimes you just
no.
eat a plane. Sometimes you're so suicidal and stupid, you do aerial maneuvers that nobody actually thought were possible.
No, let's clarify. In
anyway.
the type of plane that he stole.
No, in general. He did one aerial maneuver that was just like a theoretical thing at that point because no one was suicidal enough to attempt it.
Ah.
And then he did it, and they were like, oh, it can be done.
It can be done. Just don't have any, care for whether or not you live.
Yeah, basically. And then he yeeted the plane.
Are you saying that he yoked the plane?
He definitely yoked the plane. Yeah.
I need you to stop saying words.
This is the most educational this podcast has been in a while.
I just want to say that in the process of this conversation, I am now not only sober again, but also no longer tired.
Such is the path of alcohol.
And to think, it all started with an alcohol-soaked rag up the ass.
Sounds like a fucking Cards Against Humanity card.
Somebody clip that.
You know what? I'll live with that.
You'll own up to that. And yeah, don't air quotes me, Super Potato. Sober. I am absolutely sober. Thank you very much.
He really does sober at an alarming rate. Oh, Sneaky, there was a network error on the stream.
Oh, was there?
No, oh, we're back.
Don't lie to me.
1 second.
What? I didn't lie to you. I had a network error. Oh god, it unmuted the stream.
When worlds collide. Mass Effect Dragon Age crossover.
Ah, no!
Shepard leads his crew on a suicide mission through the Omega-4 relay, only to find himself on a brief cross-genre adventure. Parody.
That's really bad. That's really, really bad.
Parody. Female Shepard Morgan. I thought you said Shepard.
I'm sorry, did you say Morgan or Moradin?
Morgan.
Damn it!
Blah blah blah, assault rifles, collectors, Omega-4 relay, guns are firing and stuff, and they're all slowly dying. And Shepard nodded, thinking to himself, stuff and words. Blah 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 blah, they'll pay for this. At least I have you, Squeaks, the hamster Squeak. Should be ready, blah blah blah, get it done, Joker, yep, okay, fair trade, let's do this, let's go. Everything's ready, let's go for it, blah blah blah. We broke the sound barrier.
We've managed to break the sound barrier. How?
Author. You know they travel faster than light, right? Breaking the sound barrier is kind of something that happens as an actor. I'm just saying. Says female shepherd, but uses no pronouns, yeah. Anyway, so stuff and things are happening, and they're all like, "Oh my God, we're gonna die! Brace for impact." And then a field of green grass. Blah blah blah. Everyone's okay. I must have hit my head on something because I could swear this pistol is a knife. I know it isn't, but I think it's a knife, and I'm scared. That's
Was
not
he
a
seeing
knife.
the ghost dagger?
That's not a knife. That was a terrible Aussie accent. I'm sorry, everyone who's Australian.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
That's not a
I mean,
knife.
yours wasn't much better, Ricky, but it was better.
Hip hip cheerio, fuck the Queen. That's not a knife.
I don't think the Australians say fuck the Queen.
I'm pretty sure they say fuck the Queen.
No, the Queen fucks them.
Damn it, I couldn't clip it fast enough. C8.
Oh, hey, I clipped it.
Shepard motioned to Garrus, got her to say it, pay up. Garrus sighed and threw credits in Shepard's direction. I shouldn't have left CSEC. What? Miranda looked around. Why is everyone laughing? No reason. Anyway, blah blah blah. Where is he? Dead. What? Yeah. How? It was the food you brought onto the ship back from the Citadel. What about it? He was allergic to it. Who could have known that my decisions, no matter how insignificant, could have had far-reaching consequences? It was a suicide mission after all. This is folly. Confused drum noises?
Extremely confused, sneaky noises.
Drama queen, this is super lame, blah blah blah. So what do we do now, Commander? And then she paused. Fuck. Everyone gasped. Oh man, you're so edgy, Jack. Watch out, ESRB. For rated M. A voice popped up behind him. Enhancement? Shit. Shepard spun on his heels and fired. And the guy died. Oh no.
Teleports
wow.
behind you.
I wasn't aware Shepard just randomly shot people, but okay.
I mean, he
Shepard.
does if you play him as a renegade.
Shepard, what the hell?
No, listen. Shepard does bad stuff, but Shepard doesn't ever just randomly pop people in the head.
Shepard, what the hell? I didn't. I swear I thought. What have you done? You've gained my loyalty, Trump said. What? It was an accident, I swear. I promise you, I will kill you if it's the last thing I do. I swear this.
What is he, guts now?
Forget the boy. That was a headshot worthy of 100 gamer points. The renegade option countered. Silencing.
You're worth 100 gamer points.
Gamers rise up.
Gamers rise up, gangweed. I'm like the Joker.
Gang. Brought to you by Gangweed Gang.
We're sorry. We're extremely sorry.
Blah blah blah. Shoot him in the face or something. You're a renegade. Don't listen to him, Paragon said. Don't shoot him or something. Play it safe. Be nice to him.
Really? They're making it...
That's boring. Go be metal. Being metal would impress Jack, Shepard said. Yeah, I'm being a renegade. What did you say? Shepard shoved him into the face with biotic fields and then shot him in the face.
Shepard?
Shepard.
Rex?
It was a fine way to deal with a retard. Not many are willing to do such a thing. Well, thank you for your opinion, Morgan.
Thank you for the vote of confidence.
Yeah, pretty much, Dragon Age Origins. This is how you decided what was and was not a good option in Dragon Age Origins. If Morgan approves, you reload your previous save and don't do that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Unless you wanted Morgan to like you.
But why would you want Morgan to like you?
Yeah, but
because
Atin,
then you don't have to die at the end of the story.
Yeah, but
without
Atin,
killing the only decent incarnation of Karth to ever exist in a BioWare game.
But Atin, only villains do that.
That's fine. I didn't have to kill myself or the only decent version of Karth, so I'm fine with it.
Alrighty then.
It's not like the world didn't get saved.
You saved the world in Karth. What did it cost? Everything.
The writer is trying.
No, it didn't. It cost nothing. In fact, it turned out to be a good. Turns out later on in Inquisition, it turns out it was a good thing.
The writer is trying very hard to be funny.
So wait, was it canon then that happened?
What?
No.
No, it is canon. As far as we are aware, the most quote-unquote canon option is that you fucked Morgan and then sacrificed yourself anyway.
Which is the dumb option.
But nevertheless, technically is what happened.
Well, because here's the thing. As much as I despise current BioWare, which is important because they're the ones who worked on Inquisition, they did a very, very good job of giving you all the important decisions from the first two Dragon Age games and then making them matter.
Unlike what they did with the other game they made.
No, like even way more than something like Mass Effect.
Well, I'm saying it's better than Mass Effect, my dude.
Yeah. Like, I'm saying, all credit to them there. They did an excellent job in that instance. Because after all, that would, like, as soon as I met Morgan, one of the first things I had my character ask, so where's the Grey Warden? He's off stopping a different problem. Leave him alone.
He's off stopping a completely separate Legion of Doom that's going to kill us all. Also,
yeah, no, that's pretty much what that is pretty much what she says. Like, apparently, if you live, your warden is just chilling down in the Dwarf Lands, murdering what are the things? I forget what they're called.
Darkspawn?
I guess? I think? Yeah.
It's always Darkspawn.
And because you apparently, since you're still a Grey Warden, but because of what you did with Morgan, you don't actually have to sacrifice yourself to continue to kill the dragons, so you're just sitting down there waiting for another dragon to show up, like,
so are you guys ready for a hot take finale? So it's Morgan, and she's like, hi, and Shepard's like, wow, you're hot, and she's like, yeah, I know, I'm a random goth girl. And then Shepard goes, I love you and I hate you. And Morgan goes, I know, take me. And then Shepard says, plotting a course. Wait, do you have a loyalty quest? Yeah.
Are they... Did they just make a fucking plot a course, intercourse joke?
Yes, they did.
Fucking goddammit.
My mother's a dragon. Yeah, but do I have to do that loyalty quest right now? No. Okay, I'm gonna go fuck this goth lady, guys. That was fantastic, Morgan said after she fucked Shepard. It must have been. Squeaks was running in his little wheel the entire time. Wow, you really did come from the stars. You're really good at sex.
What does that have to do with anything?
I am very good at sex. I'm a Spectre after all. I saved the universe. Brilliant. Also, I'm dead. Tell me more. I punched a woman once, and no one cared. More. I discovered palladium. Morgan's eyes went bright white, assuming direct control. Uh-oh.
That's really dumb.
Wow, so funny. That was hilarious.
Haha, assuming direct control, haha.
Get it? Because reasons and stuff. It's really funny. Alright, well, you guys have all been great sports about this. So I'm pretty sure we can call it a little bit early today.
Oh, thank the Lord.
More or less because anything else I have to queue up today would just take way too fucking long. Ain't nobody got time for that today.
Sneaky is a very tired person today.
I'm quite tired. I'm probably gonna go brush my teeth and fall asleep after this. So anyway, with that being said, I bid you all adieu. We'll see you all Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because we are here every Tuesday and Friday. Well, as I say, hey, we are here every Tuesday and Friday except for next week because next week I am visiting my mother for Mother's Day.
Yes, you're visiting your evil stepmother?
No, my actual mother.
Oh.
Who is in Florida. And due to the price of ticketing, instead of paying $900 to come home earlier, I'm paying $200 to come home next Saturday. So the upcoming Tuesday, Friday weekly pair is not going to happen, but this Friday is going to happen. So other than that, I will see you all there because there is always more and it always gets more.